Welcome to an Adhocracy Fedora Friday. Today,
Happy Easter!
artistic Easter eggs.
Are they worth it?
We'll be right back. Welcome back. I'm David Landeen.
And I'm JD Melville, and welcome to an Adhocracy Fedora Friday. Of course, Fedora Fridays is when we have fun, we like to play around, we like to goof off, because we're not working.
No, we aren't.
It is Friday.
We're here. We're not at work. We're here.
We're here.
And this is play. This isn't work.
Even the people who are at work right now looking at us.
They're like, oh man, I wish I could be there.
Yeah.
Instead of here, we know.
We know.
But you're not. We are. All right. Today we are talking about, well, before we start.
Oh, what?
Well, we
Do
forgot.
we have something to talk about?
We have something to talk about, and
Okay.
it is the 100 for 100 contest.
That's right.
Where you can...
You create some art
create
for
some art.
our 100th episode,
Yep.
celebrating our 100th episode. And
Yep.
you can win a chance to win 100, right? Isn't that
100 of those things called dollars.
Oh yeah, dollar bills, y'all, and we may even have some other prizes for.
Depends. I mean, so the big thing you just got to remember is make art, share the contest, subscribe, and maybe win.
Yeah,
We're
we're really excited.
Look at that back wall. Look how sad that looks.
Blank and sad and empty. It needs your art.
That art back there needs friends.
For $100, you may be able to win.
It can be a doodle.
It can be.
It can
like a.
Sistine Chapel.
Oh, would a Sistine Chapel fit in here?
Maybe. I mean, they don't know how big this set is.
That's true.
It may be huge.
This thing is massive.
Enormous.
Or maybe it's small.
All right, we got to move on.
Okay.
So today we're talking about Easter eggs.
It's Easter coming up.
Uh-huh.
And you may already be ready to dye your eggs. Maybe you've already done it.
Maybe.
They might be a little old
Though if you've gone on Pinterest or any of those things on the internet, you may have noticed that the day of like dip the egg in dye, take it out, put it aside, they're gone. Those are gone.
That day died a long time for me.
A long time. Well, for you, yeah.
Yeah,
I would imagine so.
I've been an artisan of the egg dyeing process.
But sometimes I feel like it's kind of gone crazy. Like
Yes.
a little too much. Where like you can't just like color an egg. You have to like color an egg.
Yeah, that's one of my problems is when I get to dyeing an egg, I am the first to like get there, and I'm also the last to leave because I'm like touching up these pieces of food
that you're going to break open and eat.
Yes. And so, especially this year, now that I have a toddler, I'm not going to be able to like sit there and do it. I'm going to be running back and forth. So I need some ideas of what to do different. But
you still want to be artistic.
I do, yeah.
So we've taken it upon ourselves to find out. We did 6 tests of the non-traditional Easter egg decorating.
Yeah, we scoured the Pinterest.
Yeah, or something. I don't know if scoured, but we did look on, like, did some research, like, actually worked a little bit, and got
even though it's Friday,
because maybe this is like yesterday. And we have we're gonna test out 6 non-traditional methods of artistic Easter eggs to let you know whether they are worth it or not.
Yes.
We've done the work for you, so you don't have to.
So our first method up first is the rubber cement egg.
Rubber cement.
Not a sponsor.
No. All right, so in this one, this is an interesting one. All right.
What do you do, David Landeen?
I did the test on this one. Let me get my egg. Here we have an egg. It is a hard-boiled egg.
Ooh.
Doo-doo.
Is it delicious?
I enjoyed it.
Okay.
You're gonna take it and you're gonna dip it. So let me pull this over. Da-da. And we're going to, here we go. We're going to dip it in the dye.
But David, this looks just like a normal dyeing process for most eggs.
Right, you are. Though it may have separated because it looks kind of grainy. I don't know why that is. All right, but you don't leave it in for very long. Wow, that's super. Oh well. So you don't leave it in for very long. You take it out, and you set it aside to dry. Here, hold that. Hold it down. Fold it. Bam.
And then put this here.
Yeah, put that right there. Okay, we're good. Okay, set it aside. Set it aside to dry. So we're going to set that aside.
Setting
now,
aside.
normally it would come out, you want to make it pretty even, but you want it to be a light. So this is going to look like this.
Oh.
Right?
Show that to the camera.
Oh, so that's the camera. Here you go. Here's the camera.
A little bit forward.
The egg camera. The egg cam.
This is Egg-a-vision.
Egg-a-vision. And it's going to look like that. And so let me just dry this off really quick because I want to be impatient. Dry it off, dry it off, dry it off, dry it off. All right, good enough. Okay, so then what you're going to take this, and you're going to take a little egg holder. This is the Adhocracy egg holder, patent pending. Set it there. And you're going to take your rubber cement, not a sponsor, and you're going to drizzle it. Drizzle it. Drizzle, 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 drizzle,
That's
drizzle.
a whole lot of drizzling.
Drizzle. You want to drizzle it. Drizzle the dizzle.
I haven't smelled that for a while.
Drizzle responsibly.
Please do.
And you notice it's just drizzled. Okay?
That is drizzled.
And this one actually was also drizzled. And so now so you let it dry. This is going to take a while, so we're going to Martha Stewart this. And then you take a second color as such. As such. And you dip it. You dip it good. And you leave it in there for a long time. I mean, depending on the color of the dye. So you dip it in there.
And you want to leave it there for a good long while.
And we're not going to make you watch all that. So once again.
Is it like on Superstore where the husband makes them
real
watch
time.
The whole real time? They don't show the real time stuff.
So then it's going to look like that. And then
that looks crazy.
You take your hand and you rub off the rubber cement.
Oh, look at that.
And it turns out like, it had that protective layer.
It reveals a different color.
It reveals a different color. And you get this awesome design. And actually, as long as you're patient, it's actually really simple. I think that this was the design and the work involved in it, totally worth it.
So you would do this again?
I would do this again because here's some reasons. Because you are not buying a lot of extra materials. Like you're gonna have cups of dye anyway. Mm-hmm. Just buy some rubber cement. You set up your own Adhocracy egg holder patent pending, and then you have your. Just gotta rub it off. Look at that. Here.
That's cool. Super organic and
you can have some fun designs with it. So yeah, there you go. That's number one. I say worth it.
Totally worth it.
Totally worth it.
All right.
Okay. What do you got?
All right. Our next method is napkins and egg whites. So,
okay.
You're going to take yourself a fancy dancy egg, and you're going to, all those napkins you have from parties you've had,
yeah,
or even the cool napkins you've seen that that are at the store. You're like, oh, that's cool.
That's a cool napkin.
Look at this napkin. Look how cool that is.
That's a cool napkin. How would I use that napkin except for to wipe my face?
So basically the process here is first you take egg whites, like 2 egg whites, maybe even 1. You don't even need 2.
You got to crack some eggs to make some eggs.
It's true. And then you're going to lightly whisk it just so that it doesn't have all its structure. And then what you're actually going to do is separate. There's 2 layers to a napkin. And you're just going to peel back.
Here, let's go to the Egg-a-vision.
Egg-a-vision. So here I am. It's pretty cool, right?
That's really cool.
So what this does is it, of course, takes off that layer of an extra layer of paper and leaves you with some super thin designy material.
Like tissue paper.
Yeah, tissue. A lot like tissue paper, except for it's more absorbent.
Oh.
And I'll talk about that in a second. So yeah, you can do that with any of your napkins. Then with the egg whites, I took myself a little paintbrush that I had, and then you just wrap it around and use the egg whites. Right there.
Oh yeah, that's looking good.
You just wrap it around and you paint it, and it just kind of dries hard and kind of designs a nice thing. Now, I learned a couple things with this one is that as you start getting around, it starts to bunch, and you start seeing like these veins, and this is where my seam is. So I tried it again, and this time I wrapped it around, boop, And my seams are on the top and the bottom. So the design kind of wraps around a little bit more neatly.
And then if you do the Egg Wars, like that gives you extra.
Yeah, you got a little extra strength.
It's designed to like a point.
So here's another one.
You made a lot of
I did.
Of these.
I went crazy with the napkins. So another thing is that the white, when it starts to wrap, you don't notice it as much.
Oh, you don't notice the seams and the wrinkles as much.
Wrinkle and seam part right there, but
that looks really good.
As well, I took this little stripy one, and did it sort of like a candy cane type thing. Look at that.
That would be a Christmas egg.
Yeah. Christmas eggs. You could try this. You could do Christmas eggs.
Well, that's nice, like swirl you got there.
Yeah. I liked how it bunched together to create that swirl.
That's really cool.
And then again, I tried tissue paper. Now the thing with tissue paper isn't as absorbent. It's a little bit more. So, but I love this because I love the gold.
Yeah, the foil.
Like the foil was cool. So I did that same thing. My seams around the tops and the bottoms.
So do you recommend the top bottom seam?
I liked it. I liked it more just because it kind. I mean, if you're going for a Pinterest type look, if you're going for the Pinterest view, then this seam looks better, right? Mm-hmm. Like you don't have as much going on the first, where on this one, it's a little bit more wrinkly. So
yeah, it's awesome.
So, was it worth it? Yes. It's maybe a little less creative because you're using someone else's designs and stuff, but you can do some really nice looking eggs. It didn't take a whole lot of time. The drying took quite a bit of time, but if you're going to do something quick and you want some nice looking eggs and you've got some cool napkins sitting around, go for it.
Go for it.
I liked it.
Okay. Next one is tattoos. So you take a needle, you get some ink on it, and you go to your egg.
And learn how to do tattoos really quickly. Use the...
Yeah, really, really fast. I mean, it could be... I mean, you have to...
So this is the prison tattoo egg.
It's a prison tattoo egg. No, this is actually the fake rub-on tattoo egg that you that you get, and like your kids bring home from school, and Mom, I got a tattoo. So, but what's cool about this is you can actually... They sell kits to print off tattoos. So they have paper with a film that you put over top of it, and so you can print off your own tattoos.
No way.
Make sure they're backwards.
Oh, you got to flip them.
You flip them if you're gonna do text. So, but then it's basically the same thing. You're going to cut out the tattoo.
I didn't know that they had that. I think that's cool. Now I want to make tattoos. Let's do Adhocracy tattoos. You guys want tattoos? I always wanted to be a tattoo artist when I was growing up.
Because you want to inflict pain on others.
No.
You're a sociopath.
I had gel pens that I would use.
So let's go to the
Camo-Vision, the Eggo-Vision.
Eggo-Vision. We have, what's that? Is it our logo? Why, yes, it is.
Yes, that is.
Get an egg, because you need an egg.
Look at that.
All right, you're gonna peel off the film layer. Here we go.
Is it like those like the tattoos where you have to sit there and lick the back of it, or is that just a myth that you were told as a kid?
Actually, you do need to get it wet. So let's see. Right here, stick that on. Got a wet paper towel here. Hold that on there. Now it's gonna look cool because you hold it on there for like 15 seconds, and
I'm so excited. I am so excited. Big money, big money, big money. No whammies, no whammies, no whammies.
What? It's an Adhocracy egg.
Look at that.
It's an egg-hocracy.
It's an egg-hocracy. I like that.
Yeah. So you can have some fun with it. One thing I found out is skinny text does the best. So I've seen a lot of people that did like calligraphy So they did and so it kind of wraps around. But if you get it wider, then you do get that same bunching. You get that same. It's harder to keep it even, and you get some wrinkles.
To kind of consider how it's going to wrap around and stuff.
But skinny text works really, really well, and you get the Adhocracy. Totally worth it, except for do a lot.
We will now be selling Adhocracy eggs. They might not be worth it to eat, but
once they arrive in the mail. So one thing I did find out is if you're gonna do a lot, because the kits that I bought only came with one sheet of paper.
Oh no!
And so I had to, and you can only use it once. I had to kind of modify it, but you would want to print off a ton of them on that sheet of paper and then cut them out, and you can have a lot of fun. Kids will have a lot of fun with these. You could also just go to the store and buy some
temporary tattoos
because they'll work. But they stick really well. They look really nice, and you can have. I think it's definitely worth it as long as you're doing a lot of eggs.
Well, and you could also probably dye them first.
Yeah, totally.
And then put on
because
is it clear or is it just white?
It
looks like it's clear.
It's clear. Yep.
Nice. So you could totally do it that way.
Yep. So I like it.
So you would do this again?
Yeah, actually. So this is the other one that you have the logo right here. Doo-doo, and then
we'll be right back.
What? So it's fun.
Now we're gonna stay here.
I definitely would do this again. But I actually like the work. Unless you can do a custom one, just go buy. Just see if they have any Easter temporary tattoos because they're really fun.
Okay, I like that. Yep. I like that a lot. That's kind of fun.
All right, what's next?
Our next one is glitter eggs.
Ooh,
glittery glitter eggs. Now this one,
it sounds pretty basic.
Yeah, it is pretty basic. First, you need some glue.
Not a sponsor.
Just any brand of glue.
Yeah, who knows what kind that is? Whatever brand it is, it's not a sponsor.
And then you can get any kind of glitter. I went to the store with my daughter, and of course the pack that we ended up choosing because she loves it.
Those look like the colors of a certain Disney show / princess.
Yes. It is of a very specific manner. So I got that.
If you can't find those, it's okay. Just let it go.
And for this one, okay, so my first set, the napkin ones I did with eggs because I was painting them with egg whites. I'm going to have to eat them at some point.
Yep.
These ones, I actually went to the store and found these nifty, fancy-dancy white eggs.
Ooh.
And they actually come with little markers, so you could just, color it. So if you have an aversion to dye for some reason.
Or eggs.
These are just, kind of styrofoam eggs, and they have little holes in them. So I also used dowels to kind of poke them in and hold it and be able to try to shake off some of the glitter. And then just took some of the glue, put it in a little jar, dipped the eggs, tried drawing it on with toothpicks, and this is how it came out. So here's one.
It's the egg vision. Glitter eggs.
Kind of fun, you got little, and here's a variation of that same, and with something like this, you might keep these for a little bit longer than an actual egg, so that's another reason why you might want to do this. Now, a couple of things with this. I will probably never do glitter eggs ever again. For one, glitter. Glitter gets everywhere, and it just doesn't go away, man.
Can you imagine, if you did this with a real egg and, you had to try and get all the glitter off the egg before you ate it? It would be a mess.
Yeah, putting this on actual eggs would be difficult.
Yeah.
The other thing, you can kind of see the imperfections, like that squiggly line. I wanted it perfect. It's not perfectly squiggly. Is delivering the glue and putting on the glitter, and they were hard. They were real hard. So, I will never do these again. Not worth it unless you love glitter and are an amazing gluist. There will now be glue everywhere in the studio forever. Glitter everywhere. So okay, those are glitter eggs. All right. So my last one is the shaving cream egg. I'm probably not going to show this because of how messy it actually is. But you take this, probably I've seen also a giant baking pan, and you fill it up with shaving cream. Right? Okay. And then you take your the neon dyes are really nice because they show up really well. Okay. And then you drop different colors in there,
and you like swirl it and kind of mix it up, not too much. And then you take your eggs and you go in and you just kind of twirl them and then set them aside, let them sit for 10 minutes, and you get...
What do you get? I'm so excited. Hey, look at them.
Shaving cream egg.
Look at them. Come back just a little. There you go.
Let's see.
Interesting.
I know, they turn out really cool.
They're all swirly.
They're really easy. My one tip, wear gloves, like if you have them, because they will dye your fingers. Who knows what color. This one, I mean, and don't swirl too much. I think that's the other thing. Don't swirl it too much. Just give it like a little bit of swirl, because
you mix the colors a little
too
much.
Yeah, and you just don't get that.
It might be nice to also do them like kind of monochromatic or...
Like only do two colors instead of 3, or do a mix.
Do an analogous color scheme.
Analogous. So that's my last one.
Those are kind of fun.
They turned out really fun. They're easy to do. Little kids, like if they don't care if their hands are dyed, like these could actually be really fun because you get an awesome design and look to them.
And it's kind of messy, but you can kind of clean it up.
Yeah, and it's contained. It's a contained mess because it's all in that pan.
So you do this. You do this again, and you do it with kids.
I would. I think I would do it with kids. I would probably
monitor
them very closely, but depending on the age. But yeah, I would.
All right.
So there you go.
Way cool. All right, my final egg. In our first season, we had something that we absolutely loved.
Amazing. It's actually like a printout of it is on our board back there.
Right up here. Bling. Eliza Calligraphy, she was one of the Instagrammers you should follow. She did the wording of our show in calligraphy.
The name of our show.
In
Galaxy
Paint. And so as we're looking, we found galaxy eggs. Look at these. Look how cool these things are. Watch this.
Prepare to be amazed.
Look how cool this is. You see that?
So awesome.
Look at the vast space. The just.
So this one's also done with shaving cream, right?
No. This one is done with acrylic. So let me show you some of the stuff that I got.
And artistic ability.
Now the same set of eggs, they actually have these chalkboard eggs. So it comes with some chalk. It comes with these black eggs that
oh, nice.
They're kind of a solid black, so you don't have to paint them. You don't have to. I did these on fake eggs, one so that I could put them on the little dowels to dry and things like that. But as well, I don't know if you should have acrylic and eat it, because I know it's one of those things, at least in the state of California, tells you that it'll cause cancer if ingested. So you may want to stay away from actually doing this on actual eggs. Plus, I mean, you're going to want to keep these things. Go ahead and show that one.
Those are this is amazing.
Look how cool that is. And so it's just acrylic.
We live right here.
There we are. What are we doing?
Look at that.
So I just used some sponge brushes, some super cheapo sponge brushes.
Yeah.
As well, I had some other stronger brushes. And what you do is basically just layer on. So you use your darker colors first, and kind of, so like I used a dark purplish blue, kind of brought it up. I actually didn't have some of these colors, so I always have black, white, red, yellow, blue.
Did you make your own gold?
So the gold I actually did have. I was luckily enough that I had some gold.
Nice.
So you just kind of layer it on, paint on the colors in random sporadic. You can kind of swirl it in some places, and you paint all of that on, paint the gold on, and then actually go over it with some black to give it some like...
Oh, really?
Little black specks.
No, black or white?
Black.
You go over it in black?
Yeah, you go over it in black so that you get some like
voids.
Right
there. Yeah, I totally see that.
And then you take a really kind of strong bristled brush.
You'd also use a toothbrush.
Yeah. Actually, when I was doing watercolors when I was a kid, that's how we did this. It was toothbrushes. Yeah. But you get the paint on there and you can just flick it. And the nice thing is as you're painting them, you can kind of get a little bit of control, like size of specks. And some of these places I got really up close, like right here, you can see this like little cluster galaxy. It's pretty nice.
That's awesome.
So galaxy eggs, look how cool those are.
Amazing.
First off, thanks for the inspiration, Eliza Calligraphy. check her out because she's got some awesome stuff.
Yeah.
I've got these. These are going to go to a very special someone in my family. But for one, these did take a decent amount of time. Not a ton. Maybe not even more than the glitter eggs, because those ones you have to like let dry. And
I feel like the result of those is more impressive than the glitter eggs.
It really is. These were really fun, and I loved painting them. So it took a little time, and it takes some effort and energy, and you're kind of like, does this look good? But I will do these all day long.
Awesome.
I would love to do these all day long.
Well, you have another 10 there that you can do.
Yeah, I've got a whole case of them. So glitter eggs.
No,
or
galaxy eggs.
I hate those glitter eggs.
All right. What did you think? Is there anything out there that you saw that we didn't cover? Is there cooler things or simpler things, or have you tried this and have a different variation of it? Let us know down in the comments.
Yeah, thank you so much for liking, commenting, sharing, and subscribing. If you like what you saw today, click the subscribe. That'll let you know when we have a new show. That's every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. Each one's a little bit different.
Make sure you check out our 100 for 100 contest for our 100th episode. And we'll end this video with a video for you to watch.
Happy Easter.
Happy Easter.
What's up, Rob here, Man vs. Pin, Egg Edition. So I was making some Easter eggs and decided to use some of the suggestions that you were leaving in the comments. Goblin Gwym suggested this pin, dyeing Easter eggs in natural dyes like coffee and onion skins.